Alright, we should be good. We are at Nordschleifer, or actually in Nurburg. Let's go to the left, shall we? Right. We're at Nurburg. We're gonna be racing on Friday at the Nurburgring GP race course. So this is my practice here. Just gonna turn a few laps to see how the car behaves, how the tires behave. Alright. Had to adjust my steering wheel ratio. The track is completely green, so my times will be nowhere near the actual times that I could expect on Friday. But me putting some laps will rubberize the circuit a little bit. This is a dreadful corner, because it's easy to either brake too early or brake too late. When you brake too early, you just bounce off the curbs and go wide. If you brake late, and I'm still talking about that previous corner, if you brake there late, you end up overshooting the corner. Ooh, I think I have hot tires after that spin. They don't look like that hot. But definitely my braking points are not in the places where I'm expecting them to be, because I'm expecting the track to be rubberized. That's okay, we're gonna put rubber on the racetrack. And I forgot that we're doing the short chicane. Alright, let's focus. This is going to be my first lap. And hopefully we can do better than the out lap. Slippery here. So at this point, looking at lap times is counterproductive. It will not give me anything. I think the lap record for the GP version of the track in the GT3 car is around 1 minute 52 seconds. I might be completely wrong, but that's just something, a ballpark. So here the braking point that I was braking at is my normal braking point. Which is the last or the first marker before the corner on the right side. Okay, I have to brake at this marker. And I think I have to go to second gear or maybe first. I don't know yet. Okay, so this is going to be our first lap, first time lap.
That lap was at 158.59.
Better line to here.
Sector 1 time is good.
Not good, it's just better than the previous lap. Freaking rFactor. I already know it is not an Oculus fault because I'm not using Oculus.
Off your best. Your front brakes are pretty hot now. Alright Dustin, we need to watch the track limits.
So this would have been the time. It was 158 or a high wire 157. You have to be careful and cautious at that first corner because that's where I lost it when we were doing the 24-hour limo off, not limo but Nordschleifer layout.
Sector 1 is quick.
Not the best Dunlop corner.
Sector 2 time is good.
Nope. The line I think was alright, but I think I can do it in second gear.
Your lap time was at 158.15. Sector 3 time is fast.
Not fast.
Sector 1 time's okay.
It was drifting. Too much gas. on the exit. Had to lift off.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
Where did I leave track limits? Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. Now, this was track limits, and I was not penalized for that.
Sector 1 is a tenth off your pace.
And that Nemesis corner is still catching me out. That was almost good, except for the last phase.
Sector 2 is 0.26 off your best. That lap was a 158.60. Sector 3 is a tenth off your best.
That was all too risky. Decent. Again, I'm losing in the easy parts.
Sector 2 is 2 tenths off your best.
I did a lot of unnecessary drifts.
That last lap was a 158.64. Sector 3 is 0.36, slower than your best.
That sequence is just eating up my tires.
Sector 1 is 0.15, slower than your best.
No, it's not good.
Sector 2 is 1/10 off your best.
I'm just floating through those corners. Instead of driving through them. Wow. I don't know how many laps did I do, but the tires are... Yeah, the tires are shut. That's really surprising. Yeah, I have to do something about it because I cannot drive like that. Okay, I'm gonna grab something to drink and look a few laps. That's the first corner. I think I've already found a comfortable braking point. That's the sequence that I don't like. That's where my tires are already beginning to wear. And we're approaching to that tricky corner. Where I don't know where to brake. Now the Dunlop curve, I think also that I have already demonstrated. Right, no K line through there. Now up to the Schumacher SS. The sequence of left, that was the time when I did well, yes. That was a good way through there. And that's the end of the, that's the line, the end of the vector. That's actually pretty good. The drifting. Yeah. Drifting entry to the main straight. I'm out of juice. Yeah, so first corner I think I have it pinned down rather nicely. And here's where I'm drifting. It's not helping the tires. I think that was a drift too. Look at that from a different camera. shall we? Not sure if it will allow me to, but it's not good either. Oh, that's a good camera. That definitely was not faster there. Alright, what I'm going to do right now is I will take this car once again with a full tank of fuel. And see how we can, if we can do better. I mean, I know I can do better. I can do the time in 57s right now. It's not a problem. It's just more about the long term. Long distance driving. And I don't know if that's visible in a broadcast, but there already appears to be a rubberized line. Because there's one thing, you can drive like this, like right now. I can drive.
Take it easy, you've got cold tires.
I know. I want to take it easy. I want to keep them cold for the first lap. I'm not going anywhere. So I am just wondering if I should drive like a granny and just nanny those tires throughout the race. That seems to be a reasonable thing for me to do. I mean, I've done that a few times in the past. The last time I remember was the race in Japan, where I had really good pace, and unfortunately just events prevented me from getting a good result. Alright. Let's try that one fast lap and see how much life the tires will lose. So they are now on 99% each tire. Obviously broke too late. That already will not be fast lap, but so the rear's already 1% down.
Sector 1 is 0.32 off your best.
I'm really chaotic today. That's great through Dunlop. Good through the S's. Not so good through here, but still decent. Whew.
Your sector 2 time is quick. Tyre temps are good. Your lap time was 1:58.40. Sector 3 is 0.15 off your best.
What? A little sloppy through here.
Your brake temps are good.
More like it. That was pretty much as good as it can get for the S's. Too tight through that corner. I don't feel the right side of the
Sector 2
car
time is okay.
too good in this VR headset. The Oculus was giving me more information, I guess. That was good last corner. Not perfect, but good.
You've just done a 1:57.44. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Was good.
Sector 1 is quick.
Too wide. Too wide. Half a tenth lost. Better.
Your front brakes are getting a bit hot. Sector 2 is a tenth off your best. That lap was a 1:57.55. Sector 3 is 0.38. Slower than your best.
But the racetrack is really smooth, so I have no reason for working with the suspension really. How far we can go with stiffness. Let's go. There's 6 with stiffness. I mean 5, let's go 5. Yeah, I mean there's not much I can really do, or I need to do. Oh. Let's try to feel the sense if the car is responding better. And I must say, so far it feels much better. And maybe that's just my mind playing tricks on me. But it feels awesome. Suddenly.
Your tyres are cold, watch out.
So this is the area where the softness is really felt, or was really felt. Yeah, on fresh tires, the S's are just phenomenal. And just the little rubber that I've laid since the beginning of the session is already making the difference. Oh yeah, I feel it's better. Let's see if we can prove it on a fast lap. Well, it's a little wide for my liking, but let's see.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Yeah, it's very fun. Too wide.
That lap time was 1:57.07. Sector 3 time's
It
okay.
feels better. But a lot of that is me just learning the racetrack, the track getting rubberized. So at this point, I'm driving with the full tank of fuel. Not really full. This car can take 115 liters. I'm currently using 100. That seems to be a ballpark around what I'm going to need for the race. I didn't do calculation yet. I can do it after this session. I mean, after this session, I mean, stiffening up rear suspension got a little more tricky to it feels like I've gotten a step too far. Although in corners like this, that stiffness is really helping. That was not smart. If anyone knows what happens that rFactor is just stuttering like this, like just randomly decides, yeah, I'm just gonna screw yourself. That was actually a good exit on the second part of the chicane. That's terrible, but I think that's the effect of the stiff suspension.
Sector 1 time is good. Your sector 2 time is quick. That was a 156.69. Sector 3 time is quick.
It's hard to say. I don't like the hardness, the hard suspension in the rear. I would prefer this little softer one, because now I'm doing a little too much of sliding. So when you stiffen the suspension in the rear, the stiffness, instead of compensate in corners and allow some lean, jumps in corners. It's much stiff, and because of lack of lean, loses when it jumps. It loses grip, and when it loses grip, I do slide. You may say, well, you've gotten faster time in the end, but yes, that's over one lap. If I had been driving multiple laps like this, my tires would have been shot fairly quickly. So it looks right now like, let's do the calculation, shall we? I should have my trusty calculator here. There you go. Let's see how much we're estimating per lap. 363. So you see on the bottom there's my per lap estimation, 363. And the lap time is 156. So 156 is 116 seconds. So we have, the race is going to be 15 minutes. So it's 3,000 seconds. And if we divide it by 116, because that's the length of a lap or time of a lap, it means there's going to be 26 laps. 26 laps if there's, so that's 116. Let's see, we have faster laps because we may be doing 115. Because if we are doing 115s, it's going to be 27 laps. So let's plan for 27 laps. Okay, so it's 27 times 27, and it's times 363. That's 98.1. So 100 liters is the ballpark I was talking about. All right. Let me save this setup currently. There you go. And I will now take away my fuel. And we will prepare a qualifying setup. So we're using roughly 4 liters per lap. So it should be enough. What I'm going to do is take the wing to 0. Radiator tape to 100. I think that these are the only changes I'm going to make. And we'll see how quicker of it all we can go. Let's set the rear view mirrors, shall we? That's interesting. So now mirror positioning only goes to 100, which is, oh, so that, okay, so that's general mirror position, I guess, maybe. Yeah. Let's line up the car. Okay, maybe that's left mirror. Okay. That's mirror in general. Okay, so let's do that. We have the mirror right in the center because I think I should be in the center. What is my... Okay, so I'm not in the center. Let me put the car in this. Ish. Okay. So this, because I'm in the center of the lane, it should be showing me the center of the lane. Let's go this way. Left one should be adjusted to the center of the lane, and the right one, it might be here. There you go. Yep. I think we should be good. I think the left one is a little too much. So what I always do for my qualifying setup, whoa, aggressive. So what I do for my qualifying setup, I pretty much just take away the wing, which means that I make the car more slippery through the air, but at the same time I take away the downforce from the rear end of the car. Obviously the rear wings are being propelled. This is a rear-wheel drive car, so it needs a downforce to the rear. It pushes the car to the road, and at the same time pushes the tires to the road. I'm sliding a lot, but it's more of an effect of lack of rear wing than anything else. I think first gear is the gear to go. A little too much gas. But we're already so much faster. That's a really scrappy lap so far.
Sector 1 is quick.
Shit.
Sector 2 time is okay. Okay, Dustin, you've used half your fuel.
That was a really bad lap.
You've just done a 155.85. That's your quickest lap in this session.
That was a really bad lap. Like, I'm amazed how bad that lap was. It was awful. Oh, it's interesting also the replay is not recorded. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so let's watch this lap. I think that the chicane was just, I mean, it felt superb. Not this lap, but the actual lap. This is the out lap. The start finish straight, going down to first corner. It almost hit the limiter in 5th gear. I was thinking about shifting to 6, but we shift to 6 and then downshift, so there's no reason for that. First corner went very smooth. Here I lost maybe a tenth because of that slide. Here was another slide caught. Here fast but not super efficient. Now the drifting wide through this corner. Didn't hurt too much though. Drifting wide through this corner as well. So already I have like 3/10 lost easily. Then Dunlop curve, that's another 3/10 by itself because of that. Master drift there. Then the S's, they went well. And this corner could be better, didn't lose that much. So I've lost 3 6/10 already. And then from here on, everything went rather good. So this one is like the best I can do at this point. Which I'm really happy about. And that was that chicane. It just really went so good. Yeah, I hit all the marks. And the last corner was not perfect, but not bad. Not bad. So 6/10. And my time's right now what? 1:56? What is it now? Maybe actually 55. I don't even know. Minimize. 1:55.8. So it's 1:56-ish. Yeah, so for this setup, I think what I'm going to do, keep below softer springs for the suspension for the qualifying to compensate, especially in the rear, for some lack of grip of the wing. Oh, I can change the right mirror. So let's go with 125. And I have to also check if this is a standing start or if it's a rolling start. If it's a standing start, we'll have to practice our starts. For those of you who may not be familiar with what I'm talking about in regards to starts, the GT races usually do take rolling starts, which means the drivers take an entire lap around the racetrack in a slow pace, sometimes called a sighting lap, sometimes called a formation lap or parade lap. And through this lap, they sort of set up their start. So when they are approaching a start-finish line, they're not stopping in a boxes to do what we call the standing start, but they do go around the racetrack without stopping. They just slow down, they line up double file, and if the race director is happy about their setup, about the way that they are lined up, it just waves the green flag and they can go. So that's the rolling start. The standing start is, as I just said, is taking the whole lap and then lining up on start-finish straight and parking the cars before waiting for the green lights. And then when the green lights go off, you can start. But for the standing start, you have to practice your clutch bite point. Right, less talking now, and let's focus on the lap. Not good. So obviously I have lost the chance of doing it at this lap, so just gonna drive one more lap around. Something is connecting and disconnecting. I don't know what that is.
Sector 1 is 3.7 seconds off your best.
If you haven't realized, I'm not racing. So yeah, I lost the chance. So I'm just gonna nurse the car around this lap and try one more. I must say I prefer that stiffer setup through this, through the S's. And I think through the chicane the stiffer was also better.
Sector 2 is 1.2 seconds off your best.
Not good!
Sector 3 is 0.45, slower than your best. We're running on fumes, mate. Box this lap, please, Dustin. You're 0.2 off your best in Sector 1.
Scrappy. Yeah, that was the 0.3 I lost here. Yeah, stiffer is better, surprisingly. So let's go back to the stiffer suspension in the rear. So this is going to be my last attempt at a fast lap around this track. Looks like in a rubberized racetrack we should be closer to low 55s. Yep. I mean, at least on the outlap it feels much better on that stiffer setup. It's not the best line through here. But definitely that was not a cut truck. So the timed lap, or fast lap, or flying lap, whatever you call it, at Nurburgring, it has to be crazy. I mean, there's no, like, smooth. You still will gonna make mistakes. Yeah, I feel like the softer was not as good as this one is.
Okay, Dustin, 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Yep, harder is better.
Your last lap time was at 1:55.74. Very little fuel left. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. Sector 3 is a 10th off your best.
Ay, ay, ay. Tires. Tires were shot. Tires were shot. You know what? I said it's gonna be my last lap. No, I'm gonna try one more thing. So what I changed was the camber, which means the angle of the wheels. Usually, the straighter the racetrack is, the less camber you need. This one this one is not particularly straight, but there's not that many fast corners where you actually need that camber. So I have reduced the negative camber on my wheels. Let's see if it has any effect. It definitely will have effect on the heating of the tires. I feel like it also already has an effect of car being slightly understeering. They'll tell me that I cut the track that just went wide. Didn't cut anything. Alright, let's see what this setup can do. I don't like it through the chicane.
Sector 1 is 0.15 off your best. That was 155.63. That's your fastest lap. Okay, Dustin, we're running on fumes, mate. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
I'm not convinced. Now we'll keep it like this. Let's save it as a qualifying setup. Default Q. There we go. So 155 point, what is it? 155.6. This is our current fastest lap. So as I said, I think that the real world lap is around 152. So still ways to go. I think it is going to be possible to do 154 for me. I would not be surprised if the fastest guys would be doing 153. But this is about it from this title. And just out of curiosity, if you would like to stay with me, I'm going to turn on the Assetto Corsa Competizione because it has the exact same car and the exact same racetrack. I would like to see if I can... 155.6, is that the time, was it? Yeah, so right now, I'll just try to replicate same thing in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Woof! I got a little hot driving there. I probably for about an hour or so. Not surprising. Okay, so let's go single player. Okay, we already have Aston Martin. We're gonna go racetrack. Not sure if you're gonna see that right now, but let's go Nurburgring. Okay. Weather. We're gonna go clear. So grip level is set to optimum. Let's keep it like that. I'm not super familiar with the way the Assetto Corsa drives. So if I keep it in the default, I should be good. Let's do setup. I don't know what time of the day it is. It's morning. I'm gonna go for the aggressive setup, and I will do low fuel because that's what I did there too. Let's drive, shall we?
Give it all you can.
Okay, master switch, ignition. Had to change the settings. So first thing that I already see is that this track feels much more narrow in ACC. And it feels like the brakes are less effective. Obviously they're cold.
1 hour, 20 minutes to go.
Is that accurate? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know why, it feels much more narrow. That was unintentional warming up of the rear right tires because of sliding. I forgot that the ACC has this version of the racetrack. So it's going to be difficult to compare the lap times because the chicane that it has is faster. Okay, the brakes are not as effective. Because I was braking in the exact same spot I'm braking with rFactor and it did not work. Yeah. I have to change my attitude. This is different. Well, the temperature of the brakes is great right now. It's strange because like in here it breaks like in an instant. Well, in rFactor this is where it has to be you have to be really precise if you're braking. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Don't have much more fuel left. And here in the rFactor, I don't go to second gear. I think I'd also need to go to second in this car, but alright. Braking earlier to the first corner. Not sure what's going on. And those brakes. Maybe I have too much bias. Okay, let's try to find a place where we... So, it's much tighter! It's odd because you think this is both laser scan racetracks. They should not have any differences. That's not a good lap. Not a good line through there. Still, rear end is trying to overtake the front end. I cannot put any more brake bias to the front. I have no idea how to get through the S's. They're much tighter. Like I have to brake through them. That should not be the case. The rear end of the car does what it wants and not what I want it to do. Okay, that's this. I got through it, but Not sure what is wrong, but the rear end of the car is just not there. So this is going to be a time lap because I didn't cut the track. I'm far away from my lap time in rFactor. Fuel. Let's look at some replay. Yeah, so this is last corner, approaching the front straight. Yeah, so the shape of the racetrack feels like it should. It is the racetrack I'm familiar with. It's just like the feel of it. It's different. After watching that lap, I will go in and drive one more lap so that I can consolidate my thoughts. Yeah, I was drifting there. Yeah, so this is gonna be a lap which started well, but then I forgot about the fuel. I think that's a good thing about the driving game, that you can drive and forget about refueling because you're so focused on driving. And here's where I ran out of fuel. Alright, let's return to garage. Yes. And let's drive. The fuel we do. Something like that. Okay, the S's are the most tricky part. Because they're much tighter. Remember about the brake bias. Again, the rear end of the car is doing what it wants, not what I want it to do. It's frustrating. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Let's focus and try one more lap. Honestly, I don't even know what happened. Like, I was braking well to the first corner, and then the car just decides to rotate for whatever reason. That's strange. Huh. Let's see how it looked like from the outside. There's a good camera into the first corner. There you go. Yeah, so braking, it all got well under control. Then the car just decides to rotate like on its own. Hey, it is my favorite car in in rFactor, but not in Assetto Corsa. across the central. What the heck is going on? cancel my lap, so no matter what time I'm going to produce, it's not going to be valid. Here, I have fuel for one more lap, so trying to make the most of it. Saved and validated. Laughable. That's not planned. I should have enough fuel for that one lap. Make sure that it did not cancel me out up there. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, no reason for me to complete this one. Alright, one last time. I don't want to spend too much time here. Ah, shite. What are you doing? I'm impatient. And impatient again. Better. it could have been around the rFactor ballpark. I have enough fuel for one lap, so why don't we try it? Making too late. Alright. I will not improve. Just for the comparison of the time of the day. Where's that? No. There it is. Just to compare the conditions.
Green light, give it all you can.
Okay, sunny. Midday, maybe I can drive a little bit better in these circumstances. Yeah, I now at least see all the apexes. I mean, it's just the visibility, but it's already better. Yeah, I'll try to do one lap. So again, time lap and I cannot focus. Not invalidated this time. Too eager. Good. Didn't stop. Let's slow down. All right. I'll take off the glasses right now, and we'll watch the replay. All right, let's watch this replay then. Auto saved. Just to see and look at the cameras. Obviously, everything on the outside looks gorgeous in a competizione. And the sounds from the outside of this car are very similar to the rFactor2. They have slightly little more of a bass to it, but generally very similar. The onboard sound is completely different though. Outlap as always for me in Assetto Corsa. Great. But then the first time lap is not so good. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. Yes, I think I do the chicane very aggressively. I don't think that I can gain more time there. So theoretically, the most difficult part of the lap, which is the chicane, I do pretty much the best. Right, first corner, first time lap. Braking low early, or I don't know why. Braking for me is inconsistent in Assetto Corsa Competizione. So here, nice and tight, the wheels on the curbs. Now this is going to be a little too tight on turning left. And I hit the curb there. I survived that, but here I was a little too wide. But still legal, still valid, so. Dunlop. Pretty good. The S's, there's always an improvement in S's possible. Actually, I got caught up by the gravel on the inside of the second part of the S's. Yeah, and that's the last sector, which is uneventful. But this time I was less aggressive through the chicane. Anyway, yeah, how was the lap around Nurburgring in Assetto Corsa Competizione? And that was my dose of training today. The race is on Friday in usual time, 9 p.m. Central European time, or 1 p.m. Mountain Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern. Whichever time you're in, I invite you to join me. Hopefully the result of the race this Friday is going to be better than it was last Friday, where we had to quit due to impatience with the lap drivers. Anyways, I hope that I will see you on Friday.